Going.
What do you think?
Welcome to the Columbia Classic. It is 2022, and the four teams joining us this weekend is West Hills-Coalinga, Folsom Lake, Lassen, and the host, the Columbia College Claim Jumpers. I'm Levi Flores, and today, we have the West Hills-Coalinga Falcons and the Folsom Lake Falcons out on the court. Joining me is Claude Parkin. Welcome to the broadcast booth.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Folsom Lake at the free throw line early. They have 2 free throws on the board.
Ooh, that's a nice drive there. And a good put back there. Looks like that. Run back there, number 2. Step from the Falcons there. Mr. Tate DeLacio. We'll find a man in the middle there.
It's a nice, easy dish for the big man down low. Folsom Lake off to a good start, 4-2, and at the free throw line early. That's always good to see them underneath.
It's going to be a tough matchup when you're going against the Falcons. Just saying. Falcons versus Falcons.
Falcons versus Falcons, of course. It's hard for us, easy for the viewer. Folsom Lake is in the white and West Hills-Coalinga in the blue. And with this Columbia Classic, one thing that the Claim Jumpers always do is invite another team from the Central Valley Conference. And this year it's West Hills-Coalinga as that 3 from the corner goes down for Donovan Coakley. 7-2 early on, and West Hills-Coalinga and West Hills-Lemoore, they're usually the bottom 2 teams in the Central Valley Conference, as there's a nice poke out by number 11, Supreme Niles. And that'll go for a takeaway and steal. West Hills-Coalinga maybe gets away with the travel there, and then the put back underneath for number 10, Luis Perez. Player down for Coalinga. Falcons the other way. Back underneath the reverse, high off the glass, and misses that. A good look at the basket, but you really need to convert those.
Oh, that's a big shot. Straight downtown, number 3. Ooh, back to back. Thinking. Ooh, there's a good reverse. Driving down the lane, there he goes. Oh, try to get that. Scooping it up with that left hand. Good, holding it back. Ooh, got another shot. Tay going downtown. Got a good rebound here. Whoop, number 4. Big rebound. Good follow-up. Big Tyson.
That's one way to get rid of a defender. A little pump fake went high up in the air, but it leads to the turnover. Quick last-second dish, and barely gets it, sneaks it over the rim. And that'll be a timeout from the side there. Who was that?
Is that number 2 again? Tay going all the way?
Man.
Oh, man.
All the way to the rack there.
All the way to the rack.
Now, we're having a few technical difficulties here at the Oak Pavilion early on, but we're going to be set for the second half and the second game, so make sure you stay tuned with us throughout the day and tomorrow for more Columbia Classic action. Levi Flores, Claude Parkin. Now, Claude, what you've seen from this beginning, it was early off Folsom Lake ahead by quite a few, but then West Hills-Coalinga getting steals and catching the fast break. It doesn't seem like the Folsom Lake Falcons want to get back in time and really make an effort.
Yeah, that transition D's got to be the key.
So with the score of 10-11, West Hills-Coalinga, most of their points coming off the fast break points.
That's blue.
Folsom Lake controlling from around the arc. Kept his dribble alive, back up top. And shot clock now at 5 seconds. Finds a hole, drives inside, hits the rim, but won't go down, and a lack of offensive rebounding effort for Folsom Lake. But here's another fast break for West Hills-Coalinga, and they leave the man wide open for three. Unfortunately, can't get it to drop. Back on the wings, it looks like the West Hills-Coalinga coach is halfway on the court.
Saw that on the weak side there, number 14. Alan Davis Jr. coming in from the weak side.
5 minutes into the first half, and most of the points for West Hills-Coalinga is coming from number 2, Tay and Indalicio. And on the other side, number 3, Billy Branham. Excuse me, switch that. We're going to go with number 2, Kyrie Reese for West Hills-Coalinga. And there's another three from the corner coming from the same man, Donovan Coakley. I believe that's 3 threes for him.
Yeah, nice shot. Yeah, both good shooters.
Coalinga finds the man on the outside. It doesn't look like they're as aware with their three-point shooting. Drive in, good defensive pressure, and that one a little too strong and bounces off the rim. Deep man, it's Coakley again in the corner. Tucks that ball, goes right inside. Folsom Lake with a lot of points in the paint.
Started with the rebound to a great outlet. Back to a quick back to me, and I'll put it back in there, Michael Robinson.
Now, it seems like that would be pretty easy to stop if you're the defense, just close that lane. But how is Folsom Lake getting inside and making those stops?
You know, I really see you really have to stop that pass lane, get there early. That's what you got to do, jab step to it if you know they're going to it.
The foul underneath will send number 4, Elise Huey, shooting 2 free throws. Now, just 2 minutes ago, we were talking about the score in the game. West Hills-Coalinga was off to a great start. Folsom Lake came back, tied it up, and now West Hills-Coalinga, I mean, you look at the score there, 17-12.
Just got to keep shooting with confidence. Believe in that Team D. Seem to be talking a lot here. Hands are up, I see it. Going for those passing lanes. There they go. Here it is.
West Hills-Coalinga is kind of grabby at the ball, too. They've gotten a lot of steals early, but as the game progresses, the officials might be a little more tight on those calls, so they have to be very careful with their placement of their hands, trying to reach into that cookie jar. It's like operation. You can go right down, you can grab the object and come right back out, but if you hit the sides, you're going to get zapped and pick up that foul.
Nice high-low delivery.
And there's going to be that foul. I didn't think they were going to call that one just because they'd let it play it out. Maybe just give it to West Hills-Coalinga, but those early ones are an issue.
Got a defensive chant here. Let's see what they can make of it.
Man, long arms coming from number 23, Dane Johnson, the 6'3" forward. He averages 4.5 blocks per game, and he's first in the CCC AA. And that one, he got up there, just not fast enough to make the block early on. So I'm excited to see Dane Johnson make those blocks today because, you know, he's ought to get one. And if West Hills-Coalinga can avoid it, that's going to be big for their offense moving on through the season.
Great shot.
Coakley misses another three.
Here we go. Transition.
Nice spin. Yeah. And the travel underneath. That goes on Billy Branham.
Just got open shots. I mean, when you're open like that, number 1, Jordan Hess, no hesitation, knocks one down.
It's his first points of the game. Leading by 6 is the Folsom Lake Falcons. Backdoor pass, but Johnson is right there, and you see those long arms again. Nearly had a full palm on the ball, but got it off just in time, and there is the steal. Stayed on the defensive pressure, and putting it down is Damar Potts. That's his first points of the game. So 2 players coming off the bench and getting their first points. Johnson underneath. Flick back out. Johnson being stopped every which way, and like we said, the steals are going to come to an end because of the pressure that the officials have. And picking up that is Alisi Ahui. So a few more substitutions, and coming into the game for Folsom Lake is Michael Javon Robinson. In the corner, left him wide open, drives baseline.
Mid-range, here we go.
Hess down there on defense, picks up the ball. West Hills-Coalinga looks like they're kind of tied up in their offensive play. They'll have an open shot, but they decide not to take it. Even when they have the time, they want to run the play that coach gives them, but that's leading to a lack of made shots. So here's that open 3, and finally knocks it down is number 11, Supreme Niles.
No, his feet were ready. He was ready to catch and shoot, that's for sure.
The 6-foot freshman guard out of Brooklyn, New York, brings it to a 1-point game. And Folsom Lake has remained scoreless on their last few plays. Johnson loses that. Over to Hess. He hit the last 3 and nearly does it again, but
so
the lid on the basket stayed closed.
I think you got to take the opportunity and take that one to the big rack. Take it down, big man.
Niles gives it up.
Ooh, nice
the back
hands.
door, man. Yeah, great
Good
hands. Robinson got that left hand to split him in the ball. Johnson loses control.
And, almost. But they continue to feed him down low. Mr. Dane Johnson, big guy right there.
Dane Johnson, the leading scorer on Folsom Lake, averages 21.5 points per game. Some big numbers.
And that's why, because he's a good target. You can see why.
Reminds me about a few years ago, Columbia had a man by the name of Caleb Carter. He led not only junior college basketball in blocks per game, but also NCAA Division III, NAIA, Division II, Division I. Any college group or administration was led by Caleb Carter in amount of blocks per game, which was, at some points, he'd have double digits in blocks. And I believe the official number was 6 blocks per game by the time he ended the season. And Dane Johnson is becoming that for Folsom Lake, and there's 2 straight possessions where they feed him, and he gets those points.
Yeah, when you run that transition well, give it to the man.
Coalinga, another 3. This one bricks off short. Put back, and the block by Dane Johnson. Met him at the top and moved the ball off at floor 11.
Yeah, just kept his hands up in position and waited for him to jump. And when you're that, like that, man, it's very fundamental. Keep it up.
The ball goes out on him as he flung it down hard, and Coalinga will inbound underneath the basket. Finds the man on the wing, trying to set up the play, and the shot clock did reset at 30. Under 10 to go in the first half, and the Falcons, I believe, are down by 2. Another shot goes long, and Johnson double teamed. And with Johnson, he has the height. He could get that ball up, but he doesn't want it to be stolen. So he moves the ball a little bit back and forth like a teeter-totter. But then the guys behind him, the guys in front of him can easily pick out that ball. So he has to be careful, even though he does have that height to keep it away from him. Hess fleeing out. It's a large man to be a guard at the top of the arc. 2 seconds to shoot. Gets it off in time, and a shot clock violation as it failed to hit the hoop. And that goes the other way for West Hills-Coalinga. Their offense has been struggling in decent shots and getting that close proximity to the hoop, but their defense has made a few good stops besides the few baskets from Dane Johnson.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of threat from the outside. Haven't seen much on the inside except for Big Dane. Got an attack from the outside as well.
Drive, the kick, the three. Coalinga misses again, but another offensive rebound. They kick this to Niles. Niles from the elbow had a wide open man at the three-point line, but turns for the 15-footer, and he got that one down for two.
Yeah, that's just hard work right there. And there's some more of it right there. Good hustle play. Not afraid to get down on the ground. You know, with little energy like that, you can see your whole team kind of wanting to do the same thing.
And now Supreme Niles, he's the second leading scorer on the team with 16.2 points per game. Elise Huey, the sophomore forward, is actually the leading scorer at basically 20 points per game, 19.8. But we've seen a lot from Niles, and I'm not sure if it's selfish gameplay or just he knows he can make the shot, because he hasn't proven to me that he's necessarily selfish, because he makes the shots that are kind of closer in defense.
He definitely changes the game. We'll see what he does with this quick sub. And subbing in, Mr. Noah Richmond.
And after that shot, we're all knotted up at 24-24 and 8 to play in the first half. From 15, turns, jump, shoots, got it.
Nice turnaround jump shot. Kyrie Reese.
Out of Atlanta, Georgia. Similar shot to what we saw Niles do a moment ago. Johnson kick back out, man in the corner. It's Hess, and Hess has another three. No, that's not Hess. That's Frankie Muhammad.
Frankie, yep.
Two similar style players and hitting the same shots.
Yeah, seeing this bench come alive, it's good to see it.
Coalinga trying to answer. Strong Johnson rebound and the handoff to Hess, who will lead the team down the court. And the hold on the arm. It'll stay Folsom Lake ball. And Dane Johnson, not only does he average 4.5 blocks per game, but also 9.5 rebounds and assisting 1 assist per game, which you kind of expect from a big man down low because you want him to attack the basket the best possible.
Is this guy shooting the three-pointer too? I wonder.
Looks like he attempted one, but he missed it early on in the season. And there's another rebound for him, the workhorse in the paint. Folsom Lake resets. It's Hess on the wing. And the defense trying to grab at that ball, but it leads Hess to a wide open baseline. And that three goes off the mark for number 10, Philip Polizzacco.
They're still getting their open shots, just haven't been going down.
Early on in the first half, there was one break, one timeout, but we haven't seen anything since, and it's kind of gone back and forth, but mostly tied up, and I like to see the coaches let these teams play out until something actually happens big in the game where a team will go on a run.
Another rebound, Mr. Johnson.
Johnson, top of the arc, dribbles inside.
Oh, tries to get a scoop and follow his own shot in.
Now Johnson, who is 62% from the free throw line, will attempt two. Makes the first one there. Now get this, free throw-wise. He leads the team in free throws per game. It's 62%, which isn't the best, but he averages 11 free throws a game and makes 7 of them.
Yeah, he's getting to the line. I mean, yeah, got to keep doing that.
It looks like a little mishandle for West Hills-Coalinga, and Folsom Lake get the ball back after either miscommunication or just a slip of the hands. It's a total failure of a possession for Coalinga.
Yeah, early in the game could really have an effect later. Definitely got to limit those turnovers. Yep, inside threat, both sides.
And that was Philip Polizzacco, and that'll lead us. Actually, excuse me. No, not a break. It looks like they're going to call Polizzacco just got the points on a warning, correct?
Oh, it looked like maybe a...
Man at the elbow again. It looks like Coalinga's game plan is just to get a man open there. It's basically a free throw. You just got to jump up a little bit more, and there it goes down for Noah Richmond, the freshman guard out of Washington, D.C.
He came off the bench shooting, so he's really just trying to keep it going.
Now looking at the West Hills Coalinga roster, there's only a few players from California. Terrell Travis, you have Joshie Ashley, Daedric Davis, Damar Potts, and Davion Edwards, and then the rest of them, about 9 players, are all from out of state, whether it's Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Augusta, Georgia, Marksville, Louisiana, Puerto Rico even, for number 10, Luis Perez. A few others in there coming from different states. A wide roster for West Hills Coalinga. Johnson calling out the play from underneath, kind of controlling the team even though he's that post player. 30-29, 5 to play in the first half, and controlling for Coalinga is Noah Richmond. They get it to man in the corner, avoids the baseline, kicks it back out. Halfway through the shot clock, Coalinga been stopped everywhere they go. Richmond pulls up for 3 and nicks the iron. Offensive rebound, put back as he pushes back. Coakley, and that'll be another 2 for Coalinga. Now they lead by 1. Folsom Lake sideline head coach not liking what he's seeing offensively for the team, saying move, get out there. And now, Claude, you are one of my basketball coaches as well. Do you see the big issue as Johnson gets away with the travel?
Yeah, it looked like could have been a little step there, but his spin around, turnaround, looks like there's just no help side D.
A lot of coaching going on. In your experience, you've told me before there's too much yelling from the sideline and coaching in game when you should do that in practice, because that's why you have practice. What is the issue for Folsom Lake going on both sides of the court?
I think definitely communication on the court has to start there. The most vocal should be those on the court. Definitely coach got to follow. I like to yell here and there to myself. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. An appreciation and or something like that.
Dane
Great
Johnson.
block.
There's just another
following
one.
It up.
Johnson calling for it at the top. He goes one-on-one, and everything is a mismatch for Dane Johnson.
There it is.
He's putting that ball low, which is easy to steal, but somehow gets it away and off to his teammate.
Here we go.
Jump stop inside.
Some help inside D finally. There you go. Do that a little bit more, and I can see it.
On the right side, remaining a 1-point game. And this will give us a substitution for West Hills Coalinga as an injured player for the Falcons. That's Damar Potts, the sophomore wing from Fresno. Folsom Lake will take advantage of the injury timeout too and bring in a few new fresh pairs of legs. Three minutes left to play in the first half, and a great game to start off the 2022 Columbia Classic. Levi Flores, Claude Parkin, producer Justin Flores with us as well from the Oak Pavilion in West Hills. Coalinga has another failed possession, and that injured player doing some work already on the bench, trying to get back into this one as Folsom Lake entering is 14, Allen Davis Jr., the 6'4" forward, and getting his 5th and 6th points of the game.
Yeah, nice wingspan, long arms.
Over the top from 10 feet out, gets 2 more points, is Kyrie Reese. Reese already 13 points through 18 minutes, leading this team in scoring, and I believe the entire game in general. 15-footer rattles out. That's the second time we've seen a shot go from Jordan Hess. That just battles its way out and doesn't want to go down. And we've still yet to see another timeout called here. It was just within the first 2 minutes and nothing since.
There you go. Better help in the lanes. Got those hands up.
Coalinga from 14 gets the bounce. And West Hills-Coalinga getting some hometown help on a neutral court.
Yeah, Mr. Reese finding that mid-range jumper very nicely.
Baseline. Gets across, weak side bounce. And Coalinga looking to extend their 1-point lead.
Pushing the pace, finding them.
Johnson from behind. There it is, the contact given, and 2 free throws.
Yeah, trailing that play.
Here it is once more. He got the man down low, and Johnson, you see him from behind. But that swipe of the arm down at the ball was picked up for the foul. One more free throw for Elise Elui. And he's got that one, so we are at a 2-point lead for West Hills-Coalinga and just over a minute to play in the first half.
Hess finding the wing.
New player in for Folsom Lake. That is number 42, Keandre Burns. Now a minute to play, 10 on the shot clock for Folsom Lake, and they get it over the top for a 15-footer. That's way off. Coalinga still with a lot of energy, moving back and forth on this court. Offense is very physical and high moving, but yet they still continue to do their work on both sides of the court.
They continue, man, and this is a tight matchup.
Backdoor pass, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Open man in the wing, still waiting for it. He drives instead and misses the flick, and he hits the support hard. But back in the game he goes with a turned-off shot clock. It looks like he's good and continues defensively. They can hold for the last shot if they'd like. Backing down, Burns flings it around, back iron. Coalinga with 10 seconds can continue their lead. It's at 2 currently. The fadeaway, and he's got it again, Supreme Niles.
Yeah, pushing that pace, Mr. Niles.
7 points, and they're not going to count this one, but it's a miss anyway. And at the end of 20, West Hills-Coalinga 38, Folsom Lake 34. Before we head to the break, Claude, what's your thoughts?
I really got to see transition D being the key. If they're going to let anything go, I think they're going to really have to push for the paint on that transition, both offensively and defensively.
Now, just first half player of the game so far, I think we have to give it to Jane Johnson for Folsom Lake. West Hills-Coalinga, we've seen a lot from Niles. He has 7 points with some very tough shots, but it's actually Kyrie Reese, the wing sophomore player out of Atlanta, Georgia, that has double his points in 15. Who have you seen a lot more of, and who do you see? What do you expect to see from them in the second half?
You know, Kyrie really pushing that transition, forcing the defense to come at him. And then you have Mr. Niles even pushing that pace. I think if they keep finding each other in the middle and working a little buddy system, I think that's going to be the game changer in this one.
Well, we will see what happens in the second half in just a few minutes. But until then, here's a word from your local NCS TV sponsors. Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy. This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minner's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. AbLocker Fitness. Strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today. Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. Your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minner's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. AbLocker Fitness. Strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
grab a rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flex down and dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Ab Locker. For anybody, anytime, anywhere. Strengthen your core and improve overall endurance. Feel better about yourself. Set your own standard and eliminate the worry of wondering what to do about the task of core strengthening. It doesn't matter who or how old you may be. The Ab Locker will meet you wherever you are physically to help you be more fit for life. Ab Locker Fitness. Get locked in.
To learn more, go to ablockerfitness.com.
All the way up from Los Angeles. We just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minter's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCSTV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. AbLocker Fitness, strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
From grabbing rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flush down a dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
AbLocker, for anybody, anytime, anywhere. Strengthen your core and improve overall endurance. Feel better about yourself. Set your own standard and eliminate the worry of wondering what to do about the task of core strengthening. It doesn't matter who or how old you may be. The AbLocker will meet you wherever you are physically to help you be more fit for life. AbLocker Fitness. Get locked in.
To learn more, go to ablockerfitness.com.
Minter's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minter's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minterstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Adriana, you are the love of my life. Will you make me the happiest man on earth? Will you marry me?
Yes, Dave. Only if we can have Justin Flores.
Second half underway. It's 38-34. West Hills-Coalinga leading the Folsom Lake Falcons. Levi Flores, Claude Parkin from the 2022 Columbia Classic. And just like that, West Hills-Coalinga extending their win and lead to 41-34 with a 3 from number 4, Elisi Ahui. He's the leading scorer in points per game for the Falcons on the season, but only has 7 currently. Multiple games coming to you throughout the weekend. Right after this, starting at 6 p.m., is Lassen against Columbia. And Columbia going to have the home court advantage as an offensive foul goes there, pushing off the body for number 14, Allen Davis Jr.
Yeah, good defense there from Coalinga, just waiting for that one to turn around and take the charge.
20 minutes to play, a 7-point difference, but it was very tight in that first half. The only reason why it's 7 points is because of that 3 starting off the second half, and then add another 2 there with number 11, Supreme Niles, who we saw a lot of in that first half.
Yeah, you got to really stop him on the ball. He is going to the rack most every time.
Folsom Lake is 1-3 on the season. West Hills-Coalinga is 4-2.
Mr. Robinson getting his own rebound twice with the putback.
And now before we headed to the half, you said it's going to be a lot of defensive pressure, which is going to make the difference, and I don't see a lot of that coming from Folsom Lake early on.
No, not really at all. You can see a lot of hands down.
For example, Niles, he's a heavy outside shooter, mid-range shooter, but in the second drive for West Hills-Coalinga, he got underneath for a reverse layup, and that's something that definitely shouldn't happen if you're looking at defense. And then there's a foul there. Shooting two will be Huey again.
Yeah, coming in from that weak side on that rebound, got a block out.
And now Folsom Lake already wants to talk about it less than 2 minutes into the second half with a score of 44-36. Here's a look at one of your local NCS TV sponsors. (44-36) West Hills-Coalinga in the second half, doing everything they can to stay on top, and Folsom Lake basically doing the same thing what they did in the first, but West Hills-Coalinga defense and offense has stepped up so much that they've been stopped at every opportunity they can get. Levi Flores, Claude Parkin, and West Hills-Coalinga, when we look at some of their overall stats throughout the state, assists per game, they're 18th in the state on assists per game at 17.5, which makes sense by the way they move the ball in the court. They keep passing until they find an open man. I'm surprised they're not higher on the assists per game list. And with that, though, assist to turnover ratio is something heavily talked about in basketball, and they have 11 turnovers per game, which is 15th in the state. But their ratio is pretty much average based on how many assists they get in general. So we haven't seen that really in the turnover part in the first half.
And sinks two.
9 points for Huey.
Good pressure on the ball.
And West Hills-Coalinga defense has been strong in the opening minutes of the second half, but Folsom Lake called that timeout in between the free throws to make some mid-game adjustments, even though they just had the entire half to talk about what they were going to change. So now Folsom Lake will knock down a deep two ball.
Number 3, Donovan. Nice mid-range jump shot.
Now we'll see if the changes came offensively or defensively for Folsom Lake, as the three won't go. Man hits the deck and a few collisions on the baseline, but then an opportunity here with the man driving down the other way, and Delacio, and the drive, and he'll get a 2 with the wraparound arm. And it's a 5-point game.
Let me rephrase that one. Tay all the way going down with the 2.
45-40, and those two possessions for Folsom Lake were huge. Not only did they stop West Hills-Coalinga, but they also got 4 points. Deep two ball, the other end, and Huey gets another deuce. And that's going to be 11 for him. 4 points in the second half.
Good ball pressure from Coalinga.
The penetration drive for Folsom Lake.
Nice way to take the charge, but not. Very crafty move. Coalinga's number 10, Luis Perez, making him stop in his own shoes.
Not going to go down for a forced turnover, but just a turnover in general on Folsom Lake. But yeah, like you said, that's one way to do it, as long as you get that ball back. Niles stops 17 feet out, and that one rattles. West Hills-Coalinga, we've seen a lot of hands in the cookie jar trying to poke it away, get steals, and it was very effective in those first opening 20 minutes. We haven't seen a lot in the secondary yet.
Tay all the way. Another scoop layup.
When we look at the stats For West Hills Coalinga, though, in steals per game, they're 41st with only 7.8 steals per game. Don't you think that'd be higher just from the gameplay that you've seen?
Yeah, it would seem. But it's still early in the season, and teams have a chance to get better.
Niles with a little crossover move, misses his 3 attempt, but an offensive rebound. And there's a poke out for Folsom Lake.
Nice dive down on the floor.
Oh, and the foul goes on West Hill Coalinga, jumping over the body, and you need to make sure you have partial possession before you just land on a guy and sumo him down.
Just great hustle play, Miss Keandre Burns diving on the floor.
That's going to be the first on Kyrie Reese, who has 15 of the 47, for West Hills Coalinga. It's remained close in the opening 5 of the second half. Folsom Lake will get called on an offensive foul away from the ball. That goes on number 14, Allen Davis Jr., the 6'4" forward out of Folsom. And he's one of those local players. During the half, we were also talking about how West Hills Coalinga has so many players from outside the state: Washington, D.C., Georgia, Louisiana, Puerto Rico, New York, Mississippi, Delaware. I mean, those are literally all the states that different players are coming from. And when you played in community college, it was all about the players that were around that town that were staying there to play for their community college. But it's changed since you were in community college.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. The level of competition from these athletes nowadays is just it's really cool to see. It's really cool to see how everyone from out of state has come to California to play.
And Columbia is one of those other teams that, they don't recruit, but they just get those players to come to the college and play for them. They have a few that have come out of state, but a few players locally as well that are staying here to play in town. And Columbia is such a great place to play. They've been in the playoffs the past few years and have averaged over 23 wins per season for the past 4 years, and that's all thanks to Coach Hoyt, who's been leading his team. This is his 9th year coaching, and he's done a great work here at Columbia. It's 49-42 after that 2-point shot from Elise Ahui.
Yeah, that mid-range game is just staying on. Ooh, good hands right there, Henderson Niles.
Niles
nice
elevates.
Breakaway.
Back to a 9-point game, West Hills Coalinga. And Niles has matched his jersey number with 11 points. They always say shoot your age in golf, but in basketball, is it shoot your jersey number?
Oh, man.
That is the third on Ahui, who's one of the leading scorers for West Hills Coalinga. And if he has to exit this game, it's going to be a huge hit on both sides of the court. And there's an easy dish underneath. I don't know how he was left wide open, but Tay again back underneath. He has 6 points.
Good eyes, Hazel, for the easy entry.
Kick back out, Ahui, 3, no. Weak side, tipped by the Coalinga Falcons, and this will be Folsom Lake Falcon ball. We have 2 Falcon teams on the court, a Falcon coach in the booth.
We are the Falcons. Soulsbyville.
A Falcon graduate also in the booth. And I'm sure a few Falcons surrounding the Oak Pavilion right now, too, flying in the air. 51-44, West Hills Coalinga has Dane Johnson in the key, and that's an effective stop by West Hills Coalinga, but you have to stop the offensive rebound, too, as Dane Johnson not fouled, but will keep it Folsom Lake ball.
I mean, it looked like he was in a good rebound. Do it back-to-back again. Hazel with the eyes.
Oh, my goodness.
Seeing Tay with an easy bucket.
I mean, you have to catch on to that. I'm surprised Coach didn't call a timeout and make him run Pacers in the middle of the timeout because they allowed that twice. Dane Johnson, another stop. Here's Tay, the wing, trying to use his handles to get inside, but a nice heavy defensive load by Coalinga, and then the travel on number 11, Michael Javon Robinson. And notice Huey has still not exited the game with 3 fouls. Despite them being up by 5, usually you want to save a player like that to the final minutes just in case you need him. But he is in a little bit of foul trouble. Remember, you only get 5 at the junior college level, not 6 like the NBA. Baseline, wraps around underneath, stop from behind. And a little contact will go on Folsom Lake. That'll be
on Alice Davis Jr.
And that's his 3rd.
Looked like a loose ball foul to me.
And they will take him out immediately because that's another player that you don't want to lose. And in his place is Philip Polizzaco. Wrap around, drives in, kicks out. Johnson in the corner to force the stop. A Huey underneath, gets the defense to jump. And Dane
Nice
Johnson
pump fake.
goes flying by with an easy deuce for West Hills-Coalinga. That'll be 15 points for Elise Ahuey. Johnson trying to back down. He's getting that ball low, and the foul goes defensively. I mean, I wouldn't know a lot about post-player work, being that I'm only 5'8", but isn't one of the first things they teach you not to keep that ball low?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard habit to break. So, you send a double team down, and they did it. Got a foul called on it, but that's what you got to do, because if you continue to do that, it's a good time to take that ball.
Now, with the ability that we've seen Dane Johnson play with, let's say he is a 5 out of 10 right now, just to give a middle ground. If he were to keep that ball high on every possession that he gets down there, how much better of a player would he be?
Oh, easily better. Keeping that ball up in the air as big as you are, there's no reason to really put the ball down. Just turn around.
Johnson goes out around the arc to make the stop on a Huey. That ball nearly able to drop. It's a 6-point difference. West Hills-Coalinga remaining with the lead. And now Folsom Lake back to Dane Johnson underneath. Dribbles in, ball high, kick back out. Tay from 18. What would usually be a direct give to Folsom Lake, misses there in a rare, essentially, free throw. A Huey underneath, draws the contact on Johnson.
Rebound, Philip Polizzaco.
Johnson underneath, flings it up and in. The defense couldn't do much with Kyrie Reese.
Great transition offense. I don't think the ball really touched the floor.
Johnson gets his 10th point there. Averages 21, so West Hills-Coalinga has done a good job stopping him so far. He's only 50% of his average. Noah Richmond controls, shoots, miss. An offensive rebound and a body on the ground. Be the contact by Tay. And that's only his first foul, but that gives 5 to Folsom Lake. And entering is number 5, Tydrick Harrell, the freshman wing out of Marksville, Louisiana. Baseline drive goes up front, and that is a beautiful play. They thought he was going to go reverse, but by stopping in front, going straight up, Dane Johnson had no other choice to basically foul him. But that gives 17 points to a Huey and a 3-point possibility.
Yeah, when you go down to that baseline strong, there's some great opportunities down there for the and one. There you go. Nice shot.
And one. 18 points now for a Huey, who still remains with 3 fouls, but has kept his hands to himself in the past 6 minutes. Screen set, wraps around the pick and roll. Johnson back out. They're trying to feed Johnson, but the double team keeps stopping him. Drive in, kick around. Folsom Lake very tight in their offense. They only have a few seconds to shoot. 2, in fact.
Oh, nice.
Poked
Still
out.
action.
Did he get it off in time? They're going to say he did, but he missed.
Like The ball was still in his hands during that time, but that's just from what I can see. Game on.
Still plenty of game time, but West Hills-Coalinga undoubtedly keeping this lead the entire time throughout the second half.
Mr. Richmond with the little shake and bake and pull-up jumper.
Johnson driving, spinning, inside, floats it up and fouled.
Coalinga definitely putting their hands in the lanes a little bit more, forcing Johnson to the line.
Makes the first, and we know he's good at getting to that free throw line just because he shoots 11 per game on average. So makes you wonder how many he shot in one total game in his career.
He's going to get double teamed a lot. I think, he's going to have to expect that, and in return, you're going to get to the free throw line.
Second one gets lucky as it bounces through, and Folsom Lake wants to talk about the next 10 minutes as they are down by 7.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Dane Johnson connecting on 2 free throws just a moment ago to make it a 7-point deficit for Folsom Lake, who's acting as the away team here. There's 10 minutes, 13 seconds left, and West Hills-Coalinga has kept the lead this entire second half. They were up by 4 at the end of the first 20, but has gone up a little bit, and then it's gotten a lot closer, and it's kind of been back and forth in the second half, but 10 to play. There's still quite a bit of time left. It's basically the fourth quarter at this point, so Folsom Lake really has to step up. Folsom Lake on the season is 1-3, and they are on a 3-game losing streak. They only won their first game, which was against Napa Valley, 76-68, but they've had some decently close games, enough to where it's striking distance, similar like this one. And there's a 3 from the corner. Jordan Hess, the first time we've mentioned him in the second half. He has a 3 in the first, a 3 in the second. But back to Folsom Lake, their season so far. Napa Valley, their first win. Then the 3-game losing streak to the Redwoods, Marin, and Hartnell, all within 20 points. And in my opinion, 20 points, even though it's quite a bit, that 15-point range is something where you definitely could have come back up on top. It was just a matter of what you did in the final few minutes. So Folsom Lake trying to close out their second win of the season if they can bring this back. It's a 4-point deficit, and they have a chance here. And stepped on the baseline. He was wanting a bump, but doesn't get it. He closed the He closed the baseline. He got in front, and he kind of just drew the contact himself, which forcibly is on him. So the 4-point game remains, and Niles, who has 11, gets it to Ahuey, who has 18. Ahuey does a little work, and Dane Johnson gave up on the play as he stepped back and had a little fadeaway, and that'll be 20 points and the leading scorer for Ahuey. Ahuey against Johnson. Gets his hands away. Hess, another 3. No. Johnson back underneath and gets a foul and the basket. Ahuey picks up his 4th foul, and Dane Johnson brings it back to 4 with a chance at a 3-point play.
They're going to have to find a way to get Johnson off the offensive rebound. He seems to keep finding his way to the glass and to the free throw line.
Johnson now with 14 points and 3 fouls. Gets his own miss off a free throw. How rare is that?
Big presence. Hard to box out a guy that big. It's going to take 2 of you.
Folsom Lake has another chance here. Flings it all the way to the opposite side from east to west. And Hess passes underneath. not even looking at the hoop, just trying to find an open man, and the shot clock goes under into single digits. Johnson spins around, deep ball won't go. Put back, no! And still arguing for fouls, but this is going to go on Coakley, who slips his hand into Niles' arms and picks up his second.
Coach not happy with that quick foul.
Looks like Folsom Lake is also complaining a little bit too much on what could be non-calls, could be calls at the same time. But, you just have to play out the game. It's still close. You can't blame the officials on this because, they've missed quite a few open shots. So
yeah, you just got to just keep playing through. It's a physical game, and once they settle in.
Hess against Richmond. Coakley in the corner, pass underneath, and getting the call is number 10, Luis Perez, and Dane Johnson will be back at the free throw line, I think. No, that's only the 8th foul, so it should be the next one that they will be sent to the free throw line. And the timeout called by West Hills-Coalinga. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left. A 4-point difference. Still a lot of gameplay.
Your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
The 2022 Columbia Classic live from the Oak Pavilion. It's a 4-point game in what is the opening game of the Classic, West Hills-Coalinga and Folsom Lake on a neutral court. And only a 4-point difference. There's still a lot to go, but I have Coach Claude Parkin with me. And, Coach, 7 minutes, 46 seconds, down by 4. What does Folsom Lake have to do to come up on top?
I think you really have to keep feeding the big guy down low. It's going to open up some shots. Couple three-pointers here and there, maybe some back doors to keep it going. But if you continue to use Mr. Johnson as your threat, it's going to force Coalinga in some odd situations and possibly some more foul opportunities. So to really push away, just earn your stripes. Get to the line, open shots, hit them.
And now West Hills-Coalinga, they've basically put a standstill to this game where they're not scoring and they're not letting Folsom Lake really to score either in the past few minutes. What do they have to do to gain their lead higher as that three goes down and makes it a 1-point game?
Well, you got to stop the ball right off the bat and get that transition. I think you have to win this by going to the race.
Now, what's more important for both teams in this, offense or defense?
In this matter right now, as close as it is, defense has to be the key because they are scoring opportunity. Great teams.
Shot clock down to
There's
7 for West Hills-Coalinga. Dane Johnson serves up a helping serving of Wilsonberger.
Goes on the reversal.
Johnson out to Coakley. Coakley has 11 points, and Johnson will go back in, flick it to the outside. 3 on the way. Won't go. Oh, and they're going to say this one hit a little bit of support, and it'll be West Hills-Coalinga ball.
Yeah, it looks like it, but you could see on that weak side there is not a lot of boxing out, and these guys are just getting any rebound on their side.
1-point game. West Hills-Coalinga hasn't scored in minutes. Mostly thanks to Dane Johnson, who's blocked the last few.
Niles handles the ball.
What a good find on the baseline. That's a give-me shot right there.
Nice dish. Niles with the assist.
It's Luis Perez knocking it down. It's a 3-point game. The Falcons' last shot was a 3 a moment ago. And they can tie it up with another. It's Hess. High arcing. Bats it through. Hess has tied it up at 62-62, and that's his third 3 of the game.
The bench is off.
Folsom Lake liking what they see on the bench. And Dane Johnson rejects another. Johnson back on the defense. They hand it off, and he stepped on the baseline. Folsom Lake with a lot of momentum.
What a great block by Johnson, just waiting.
62-62 in the second half. There's been 14 total fouls, 8 on West Hills-Coalinga and 6 on Folsom Lake. And 6 minutes left. It could come down to free throws if there's a few more fouls. 3 from the wing. No. Bounces strong side. Dane Johnson reaches over the top, gets the rebound, flicks it with the left hand.
Yep.
Attempt after attempt, and this is going to go on number 10 of Folsom Lake. He came over the back. Philip Polizacco easily reaches over, a full body bump from behind. He's wondering what he's doing, but he's too aggressive. There's a point where you're aggressive, taking the ball easily in certain sorts, but he's just way too aggressive where he's basically hitting the guy just to get the ball.
Yeah, he just ran right into him trying to get that rebound. That's why you box out. So you take advantage of that opportunity in that rebound position. Turns into a foul. Now you're shooting on the other side.
He misses, and Polizacco gets a rebound. It still remains tied at 62-62.
But that's part of it. Be aggressive. Go for the ball. They've had offensive rebounds, which is definitely keeping them right in this game.
And Polizacco, that was only his first foul, so he doesn't have to worry too much, even though he doesn't want the call. Johnson, baseline, 16-footer, no. And nobody is there for the offensive rebound in a tie game situation. You said defense is going to win this game for either team, but you still need to follow up that shot and get that ball back.
Well, I'm thinking after that last offensive foul on that rebound, they're probably going to pull back a little bit. Don't want to get too hasty on that. Don't want to foul out.
10 to shoot for Coalinga. Driving, Niles,
Ooh.
Backboard, good, and one more.
And the alternative is, okay, if you're going to give up something here, you're going to have to go back there and play some D, and Niles finds his way back to the stripes.
Tyson Hazel picks up foul number 1, and Niles picks up points 12 and 13, but misses the three-point play. Hess calls out from the left wing. We've seen a lot of three-point attempts from Hazel, but he hasn't made a lot.
Got open shot.
Coakley, back iron, and still no offensive rebound attempt for Folsom Lake.
2 guys over the rim at the same time. Great rebound.
Drive around, picks up the dribble.
May have gotten away with that one.
Like he was walking back to West Hills-Coalinga for a second. Here's Niles. Crossover, puts the shot over Coakley, and another defensive rebound for Folsom Lake. Doing a good job defensively, but they did allow that one basket that has led to this 2-point lead. Their offense needs to get it done. Johnson underneath, a lot of time in the paint. Puts it up and down, ties it back up at 64-64.
Nice turnaround hook shot. Johnson
now with 16 points, and Coach Hoyt over here in the stands looking at the team he will be playing tomorrow for part of the Columbia Classic, and there's an offensive foul. Folsom Lake will get the ball back. Columbia Classic coming up next. Lassen against Columbia starting at 6 o'clock. And tomorrow, West Hills-Coalinga will play Lassen in the first game of the day starting at 1 p.m. And Folsom Lake will play Columbia at 3. And Coach Hoyt looking very closely at this Folsom Lake Falcon team. Despite their tough start to the season at 1-3, looks like he has some work cut in for him tomorrow.
Nice find to Coakley down low. Great way to move the ball around.
And Folsom Lake has their first lead in the second half. In total, through 17 minutes, there's 3 to play, but Niles wanting to answer back. Those tough shots hasn't been falling for him. As we enter the final 3, Folsom Lake can keep this and pull away with a win despite not leading for most of the time. That'll lead us to a break, 66-64. It is West Hills-Coalinga now down by 2.
Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Second, third chances. So you gotta get to the rim. You gotta get to the rim. Got to.
66-64. It is Folsom Lake now leading West Hill-Coalinga. Levi Flores, Claude Parkin. Final few minutes of the game, in the first game of the 2022 Columbia Classic. But we had a chance quickly to listen to Coach Rob Hoyt, asked him about what he thought about this game. And it's kind of been the back and forth. Some mistakes been made one way, then mistakes made the other. But right now it's Folsom Lake forcing West Hills-Coalinga to take really hard shots, and with the outstretched arms making the stops. So I think just from the way he's been talking, the second half has been all Folsom Lake, and he thinks that they're going to take their second win of the season.
Yeah,
would you agree?
It looks strong. I mean, you got to attack this to the rim, and from both sides, this is a tight game.
Foul away from the ball again. This goes on, I think that's going to be called on number 4, which is Alisi Ahui, and that'll be 5 if that is, no, they call it on Noah Richmond. So that'll be his 3rd. But Ahui, 20 points. He needs to stay in this game. It's a big player for West Hills-Coalinga, and Hess will shoot some free throws. Or a free throw, excuse me, with the bonus.
Free throw doesn't fall for Hess.
And Hess misses his first free throw of the season. West Hills-Coalinga going straight at it. And they tie it up at 66-66 with that one from Billy Branham. Another one out of Washington, D.C. Both teams in the bonus, and West Hills-Coalinga now in the double bonus. So they'll get automatically 2 free throws, and Folsom Lake only in single bonus. So they will get a 1-and-1 anytime they are fouled, as Dane Johnson gets one from 15 out.
Yeah, nice look up top.
Dane Johnson has basically been the lone scorer in this final 10 minutes. He was at 11 points entering the final 10 minutes, and since then he has had 7. Baseline, Ahui, no good.
Rebound Johnson.
Johnson owns this game. Whether it's a win or loss, Dane Johnson dominated both sides and deserves something for this. And Hess throws it away. Miscommunication, as going backdoor was Tyson Hazel, but the ball was already out of the hands of Hess.
Already, and there was a lot of shot clock left in that situation. Do not throw the ball away.
Richmond gives to Niles, who attacks, pushes off, puts it up and good, and ties it back up.
Hey, started with that little jumper, stick with it. Niles. Good front side post.
Less than a minute now, and it's a tie game. It's nothing like starting off a classic or a tournament with overtime and mess up the rest of the schedule, right?
Ooh. One man goes down. We got a shot in at the same time.
Coakley knocks down a triple, and here is the man down for West Hills-Coalinga. Do you see a number? Can't quite see it, but we'll get back to you in just a moment. There was no foul called as Coakley knocked down the 3, and it's 71-68. And we will be right back in just a minute. Stay tuned for more of the Columbia Classic coming up.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
Folsom Lake, Coakley hit a 3 as that injured player hit the deck. They're going to check up on him at the side, and I believe they called a timeout just to make sure that he is okay. But 71-68, West Hills-Coalinga is in a hard situation because you want to shoot the 3 to tie the game, but at the same time, you want to get those high percentage shots, which is driving. But Dane Johnson and a couple of other Folsom Lake defenders have stopped every single thing that has come into the paint. So as a coach, what do you tell a team at this level?
I'm going to drive it to the basket, and if there is someone open for that shot, then you can kick it out. But in the chances of bonus in this position, I'm going to probably hit the rack. I'm going to go for the basket and try to get that and one.
And that's another good point. The bonus, they're only in single bonus. So they will go for a 1-and-1 if they miss the shot, of course, or at any foul. But Folsom Lake also has to be careful in that regard of not fouling at all.
Yeah, and that's true, too. And got a lot of shot clock left, too.
And then who do you want to shoot the ball if you do go for a 3?
If I go in for a 3, anyone on that, I'm Mr. Niles, I would say. If I'm over there, I'll hit that corner over there. It's like he's out there creeping out.
And West Hills-Coalinga controls. They're down by 3. And 20 seconds to shoot, 40 on the clock.
Going
driving.
it up.
Johnson
Okay,
swipes
no
from
call,
behind.
but that's okay. Let's see what happens here. Less 37 seconds.
Huey wanted that, and now they're down by 1. A shot clock differential of 6 seconds.
Great pressure on the ball. There it is, and we got a swipe away. Following it up, Niles up. Oh!
Niles underneath, got the 2, and now West Hills-Coalinga find themselves up back by 1. And the timeout called by Folsom Lake. Niles, 17 points. We're going to stay here as we might enter a possible overtime. But West Hills-Coalinga, good job by not fouling, poking that ball out. And I believe Coakley actually set up West Hills-Coalinga for that opportunity.
Yeah, I think if you take advantage of going to the rack in a situation like that, the other team knows, well, I can't foul them. So they're going to give you a quick 2. And now what? You have a chance to set up your press break. You probably weren't thinking about that coming out of a timeout. So it's a great opportunity. Still a lot of time left in the game. I like the call from Coalinga.
And now it swings the opposite way. Is it the same situation for Folsom Lake here?
Yeah, the tides change here. I think you still attack the paint. You're only down by 1. And, you're in bonus situation. Attack the rack.
And Dayton Johnson has been fouled quite a lot. He's been to the free throw line. Don't want to foul him because he is a decently high free throw shooter, but they're going to try to get it to him down low. And they're going to double team, which means the person's going to be outside. Are you okay with a 3 here?
You're going to have any shot's going to be good as long as you're taking the last shot. You got 21 seconds left in this. Plenty of time to move the ball around and look for the best shot. Too quick of a shot could be too quick of a transition.
Teams set out there. It is Johnson, Coakley, Tay, Palazacco, and Hess in for Folsom Lake. And here's another timeout. I believe this is called back for Folsom Lake, so they'll take 2 in a row. They just want to see how West Hills-Coalinga set up, and we will be back in about 45 seconds for what could be the final play. 72-71, West Hills-Coalinga now have the lead. Folsom Lake down by 1. And what we think, Levi Flores, Cloud Park, what we think it's Dane Johnson. That's the only option, right?
They're going to see Dane down low, and the chances of Dane getting a shot off is pretty high percentage, whether he's in the anywhere in the mid-range down low, for sure.
But what we think, what the viewers think, and what Coach think are probably all different. Coach over there taking 2 full minutes, 2 timeouts. They saw what West Hills-Coalinga came out and set up in defensively. But Coach may have a different idea at what he wants to attempt here, and it might not be Dane Johnson. They get it into Tay. Shot clock is turned off. Get it past midcourt. There's 15 seconds left. Folsom Lake down by 1. Johnson sets the screen. Tay dribbling. Gets against Niles. A little body bump. Floats it up. Won't go. Rebound. West Hills-Coalinga. Johnson hits the deck and fouled on the way. Coakley fouls number 2, Kyrie Reese, who has 15 total points. And Johnson, he hit the deck early in the play and is remaining on the floor. He'll get back up. But Kyrie Reese has a chance to make it a 3-point game. Officials having a conference about what they saw.
I'm not sure if they're maybe they blew the whistle when Tay went to the left going to the lane.
The foul is on Hess.
Must have been off ball, perhaps. Huh. Could be a switch. Oh. There was a foul. Maybe a foul not going for the ball. But there you go.
So
Up by
Kyrie
2 now.
Reese knocks down number 1. And what Coach Hoyt is saying is that it's an intentional foul. So Reese got 2 free throws because of the double bonus, but I believe in that fact, West Hills-Coalinga gets the ball back. So there's 2.7 seconds, and Falcons up by 3. West Hills-Coalinga Falcons, that is. And it's almost done. West Hills-Coalinga.
Ooh, almost got that steal.
No foul either, and that ends it. West Hills-Coalinga with the intentional foul of Hess. It looked to be good in the beginning, but at the end, Hess's decision to foul there ultimately ended the game with West Hills-Coalinga coming back from that small deficit, and Folsom Lake will go down with another loss, make it 1-4 on the season, and enter tomorrow with that record against the very tough Columbia College Claim Jumpers, who are ranked number 13 on the season in just California in general. So, Claude, any last thoughts before we head into game number 2 of the Columbia Classic?
Yeah, what a great game from both Falcon squads. Really put ball pressure on each other. Played a good game to the end. Can't wait to see this next one.
Well, I will be joining you for the next game. It is Lassen at Columbia College for game number 2 of the 2022 Columbia Classic. For this one, 74-71, West Hills-Coalinga takes the win. For Claude Park and Justin Flores and the rest of our NorCal Sports TV crew, I'm Levi Flores. See you in just a few minutes. Why don't you take your camera up there?